Welcome to Hot Garbage.
Hello and welcome to Hot Garbage, where we are the only trash talk that matters. I'm your host, Laura. I just had my infusion. Everybody here is tired. The fucking shit is off today.
Yeah.
The reason that we have 2 episodes together is because of my infusion, and we all have just, I don't know if this is like hitting you guys, but like we're all just sleeping.
Yeah. We're all just burnt the fuck out. And
Yeah,
Yes.
like it's like we've all hit a point of exhaustion, and like that's why we're here now at 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry,
Yep.
12 o'clock doing this my time.
11
All right.
hours.
Yeah.
So let's just get into it. Let's just get the ball rolling. None of us watched the Golden Bachelorette because I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I'm
I'm gonna be
fucking
so
sick of Bachelor stuff. Like,
yeah. One,
We're
we
not
need a
doing
break.
it.
Yeah, one, we need a break because we need a break from Bachelor content. We
Yes,
really do.
please.
Number 2, I don't want to watch old people making out. I've said that numerous times, and I'm gonna keep saying that.
I honestly would have rather had Bachelor in Paradise if we were going to have anything, but I don't even like Jen's men, so.
Oh my god. I like this Paradise is going to be so bad because like we're going to have Jen's men, and then
Mhm.
like who did we really like from Joey's season? Like
I don't remember anyone from Joey's season, honestly.
Yeah.
that's what
Kelsey?
I'm saying. Daisy.
Daisy?
Daisy's going to be
Maria?
our only hope. Daisy. Daisy, I need you to end up with John because you two are the only hope that I have
She
in
has
life.
a boyfriend, doesn't she?
I think she does.
Yeah, so she's not going to be on there. I don't know who
Yeah.
else. I don't know who else was on that season.
Didn't it come out that Brooklyn had like that like real MAGA shit too? Didn't you guys just start talking about that?
Yeah, she not tweeted. She reposted something on Instagram about how some car accident was caused by undocumented people and Democrats.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
If that's your argument, like get away from me. Like honestly, like there are some like, you know, MAGA people that you can have a conversation with because like
Mhm.
they'll actually have a conversation with you about like policy and whatever. And then there's these other people that are like, well, the Democrats are the ones that are inciting violence. And it's like, you need to get away from me.
yeah. I actually read through that whole fucking thing too. And like it wasn't even like
You
her
did?
stuff. It was like a friend of hers.
Oh yeah, but
or
why is she
something, but
reposting it? Like
I don't know.
Like you
It's-
sound stupid, Brooklyn.
The whole
It's
thing
like
was
that
like
guy
an
on my-
undocumented person hit my car and my insurance sucks. So fuck them. Send them back.
Yeah, that's what I read. Yeah, you guys said that
MAGA.
to me, and I said, did I just read that like your insurance sucks and you're
Yeah.
blaming them?
Yes, that's exactly.
Yeah, you guys sent me that. I had no idea what that was. Yeah, you guys are right. You guys sent me that. I read it. What the fuck was that?
That got
Like,
an
literally,
unfollow.
I'm gonna be so for real. Like, it's literally like your insurance screwed you over, and you've decided to blame the illegal immigrant that hit you. Like,
Yeah.
that's like literally what happened. Like, whether an illegal immigrant hit your car or not, whatever, that's a mute point. What? You literally like your insurance fucked you, and you've
Yeah.
decided to blame the wrong people.
And it was something like her boyfriend's insurance ended up like paying for it or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's fraud, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and like they admitted to it right there. I was like, well, that's not what you're supposed to do. Oh yeah. So listen, so The Bachelor, we're gonna take a break from that because also like we've been getting a little angry, you know,
Mhm.
and I feel like we should get away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get away from the anger and have some fun.
Yeah.
Because that's
I'm all
what The
about some
Bachelor's
fun.
been doing to me lately, is just making me mad.
Yep.
You know, this little break between like Paradise and The Bachelor starting at the beginning of the year. I love that break.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that break. I don't need Golden Bachelorette. I need the break
Yeah.
to start already. Like
Yeah.
we need some time apart, Bachelor Nation.
We need
And
some time apart.
We need to think about our lives, fix some things.
Yes.
We can't do this together.
We're gonna come back in the new year better than ever, guys.
Yeah.
My friend I cheered with in high school is gonna be on Graham's season. Is that his name? Grant's season? Sorry. Grant's
Graham.
season.
I was like, who the fuck is Graham? His name is Grant.
Yeah, she's gonna be on Grant's season.
Did we trade brains?
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden, like, you can't get names
All of a
right.
sudden, I don't know a name. You're right. So my friend will be on that season, and I'm really excited to know someone who's gonna be on TV.
Yeah, we
Send her a
actually know
message.
this person. Like,
Yes.
there's been interactions with this person. It's not like, oh, like we cheered together at like this place and like we never had a conversation. Like, there's been conversations.
Like we still we'll DM each other like happy birthday, and like we're not talking every day like how are you, but that's
interaction.
Yeah,
That's more than a lot of us have.
Yes.
I have a friend that I grew up with. Like we went to high school together. And I was at a wedding and she was there and we were talking, and she actually knows Teeny from Survivor this season.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she's from Manahawkin and she teaches at the high school there. And so they know each other, and I'm like, man, the universe is teasing me. Because everything is literally like 1 degree of separation from me. Like, I, for some reason, surround myself with the people that refuse to go on reality TV, and they surround themselves with the people that love to go on reality TV.
Tyler's gonna get on one of these shows, Laura.
He's our only hope.
Yeah,
I have Crohn's disease, so I'm out.
I don't want to be on TV. I have too much anxiety for that, so I'm out too.
You think I don't?
Yeah, but here's the thing: you can fight through it.
You're stronger than me, Tyler.
Okay.
I'm weak.
Tyler, you can hide it.
Okay.
He's like, if by hiding it you mean be absolutely the same person as I always am and awkward, then yeah.
He asked to be eliminated. Guys, I'm ready to go this week. It's week 1.
He gets out there on Survivor, like some spider crawls on him the first night, and he goes, so I've decided that this is not for me.
I was thinking like at the dock, like very at the beginning of the episode, just like, okay, bye. I'm gonna get back on the boat.
Oh, it like too much of a drift on the way in, and you're like, I'm done.
I don't want to do this anymore.
It's too hot out here, guys.
Go back and go get the replacement before y'all even start filming.
Where's the jury hangout? I'm gonna go over there.
Yeah, Ponderosa. That place looks nice.
That's okay. I would want to go on Survivor to make it to Ponderosa, but I would not make it to Ponderosa.
No, so they do go to Ponderosa, but then like the pre-jury people, once like jury starts, they send them off onto a vacation for a couple weeks, and they go off into like the fucking backwoods of Australia and shit.
That sounds
They
so
go on
nice.
like cruises and like they hide. But there's this girl, Courtney, who played Survivor like years ago. Her name's Courtney Yates. And she literally signed up for the show. She was a recruit. And she was like, I'm going to be so bad at this show. She's like, I'm only going there for the free vacation. Like, I'm going to be the first person voted out. Like, I'm gone right away. Like, there's no way. Like, I'm not nice. People don't like me. Like, it's not going to be a thing. And she got put on a tribe with a bunch of people that were very much so like her. And so because of that, they really liked her. And so she got brought into the main alliance. And like she always says, like, as the weeks kept going on, I like realized like I'm here until the end of the game, aren't I? Like I didn't get a free vacation.
Hopefully.
She made it to the first. She got third place. She made it to the final 3. Like she made it to the final tribal council. She was like, "This fucking sucks." And it was because they like needed her vote, and so she was like the least enthusiastic person to be there. And it's so funny because she was like playing the game and like she was there, but she hated this one guy, Jean Robert. And she was like, I'm writing down Jean Robert's name every single time. And so she would. And so they're her alliance. is like, okay, we know you don't like this guy, but we really need you to vote with us this time. Like, we actually need your vote to pull this off. So you cannot vote for John Robert. And she's like, okay, I won't. And they like kept saying it to her. Like, we need your vote. You can't do this. And she was getting like so pissed off. She's like, guys, I get it. I'm going to vote with you. Okay.
Would she or would she vote for John?
No, she voted with him. Like, she knew what she had to do. But if they like,
God,
and the day that they voted him out, she was like the happiest human in the world. She was like, thank God.
Yeah, that would absolutely be me.
That would be me too, probably, because like, how can you not be Courtney? You know what I mean? Like,
I would be. What was his name in this? Adam, like telling everyone I was gonna vote him out. Like I was gonna, like I just tell you everything. Like I feel like you guys know, you guys can see through me, so I'm just gonna tell you that. Just go ahead and send me home. I'm first one home, right? First one home, me? Yeah.
I sold my soul for my podcast. I'm out.
I just want to go. Don't ever put me on Survivor, guys. I would not survive. I would fucking hate it. I want to go on the Traitors.
You need to get on one of these shows to get on the Traitors.
What?
And do well. Oh. Okay, so let's get into motherfucking share time, even though we just like bullshitted for 90 minutes.
Sorry.
So I'm gonna go first. My share time is actually that I watched a show that's better than Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
It's so good.
I really did.
Mm-hmm.
I never thought I would utter those words a day in my life, but here I am. So Buffy is the second greatest television show next to The Sopranos.
Words I never thought I'd hear you say.
I know. I never thought that they would come out of my mouth. But then I watched The Sopranos and I understand exactly why everybody is like, this is the greatest show on television, because it quite literally is. As somebody, my credibility is that I'm a TA for TV history class. And so I know TV history. And I'm telling you right now that like The Sopranos is the greatest show that has ever hit television. It's a cinematic movie. So the thing that they also did, which Buffy did, is they would actually shoot the entire season, and then edit it and whatever. Most of the time, like with like shows like Supernatural or things that you would see on CW, what happens is they will actually start airing the shows as they're recording the end of the show. So they'll basically be recording as they're putting the show out. Buffy didn't do this. The Sopranos didn't do this either. They basically said you have 22 episodes or 12 episodes for The Sopranos, and you record all 12 and you basically shoot it like an entire movie. And you have an entire season that's now a cohesive movie, as opposed to we're shooting this as we're putting it out. Which I think makes a huge difference. They also like really gave a shit. Like every single person working on that show gave so much of a fuck. Like, like between like the actors, the actresses, the writers, the directors, just everybody gave so much of a fuck about everything that they were doing and putting out, that it just like there are so many subtle things that happen that like you're just like, wow, what? Like it's like it, and I'm gonna compare it to Buffy, because there's certain things in Buffy where like they had like foreshadowed things that ended up happening later on, and it was just because that's where the story took them. And the same thing happened in The Sopranos. So then when you ask them like, oh, was that on purpose? They're like, actually, I don't know if that was on purpose. But because they know the show and the characters so much, that this is just where the story took them. And so it ended up being a foreshadow that was an accident, because that's how deep they were into this. You know what I mean? And so I think that that's something really special that they have as well. And I'm like comparing it to Buffy, because like it's almost like they were made at the same time too. Like Buffy was 97, this was a 99 show. Like Buffy ended in 2003, this ended in like 06 or something like that, maybe 7, something like that. You know, so like they were on the air at the same time. And there are a lot of similarities in the way that it is like a movie that you're watching, more so than here's a one-off and here's like a television show, and like you're watching a cinematic masterpiece, like truly. The way that like they shot the show is incredibly different from Buffy. Like Buffy had like their like lighting, and like they shot the show on film and they shot it in a certain way. But with them, they shot this stuff where like they would get inspiration from like great films and basically like reenact like these awesome shots through this. So they're basically like creating film in television. And it's really like, oh my God. Like it's like as you're sitting there. And I have a theory. I believe that like you're watching The Sopranos because you're like, oh, this is like a good show. And then you hit a certain point where you're like, oh, I'm like in the fucking family. Like I am like Christopher got shot and like we need to go kill some people. Like we're in this shit. And the thing that I love about the show so much, and I think that there's I don't think that people understand this, is that the show never glorified this man. The show never, like David Chase, the guy who created it, like he never glorified this man. Like he never wanted you to like Tony Soprano. Like the audience just liked him, but he did exactly what gangsters are supposed to do. And he did it the whole time. And he never romanticized it. He never like
the fact that Tony
for the guy.
Yeah, the fact that Tony like had so much anxiety about what he did and like had to go to therapy and stuff, like it made him like a real person, and that kind of made like I hated what he did, but I really liked.
You felt for the person.
Yeah, exactly.
And,
and it made me like him.
I think that like the audience like compartmentalized like this is his job, and then like this is him as a person. And I think that's where like people really liked him. But like David Chase was like, I didn't want you people to like him. Like you people liked him. Like that's not my fault. Like that's not my problem. Like I didn't do that. That was you. That wasn't me. That was you. And like when you're watching it, they have Tony do really fucked up shit to like show you like this guy's a piece of fucking shit. Why do you like him? You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's just what they do with all the characters is really like amazing. And honestly, like if you like Breaking Bad, like sorry, but Breaking Bad sucks. Like Breaking Bad is not that good of a show. I'm gonna say it. And Breaking Bad, no, Breaking Bad did everything that The Sopranos is everything right, and the Breaking Bad is everything wrong. Like I feel like Breaking Bad, they wanted you to like Walter White, where with The Sopranos, they don't want you to like Tony. You know? And so I feel like it's more authentic. It's a better story. It's realer. It's more authentic. And like, I never liked Tony. Like I like was not one of these people that like I would watch him do these horrific things. And I'm like, you're such a piece of shit. Like you're a real motherfucker at the end.
I would go back and forth. Like he would really piss me off, but like something about him made me like him. I don't know what it is.
I think it was like because you were watching him like in therapy and you were seeing the trauma that he had of his mom. And like, I mean, he also never really had a chance in life. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, like this was always going to be how he ended up. You know, and like as you learn his backstory and learn more about him through therapy, like you realize like he is really just a product of his environment. Like he really never stood a chance. Like he was always going to be in the mob.
I just love that it's like he does all this fucked up shit and then like, oh, he likes ducks.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. It's hilarious. I mean, and they all have like little quirks like that, like Carmela even, like Meadow, like they all have like these little things. And like, I mean, it's honestly a phenomenal story. And like everybody's seen the end of the show at this point. Like it's one of like, I mean, I think everybody's seen the last like 2 minutes of the show. You know what I mean? And I'm going to be for real. I don't know where the argument came from between people. Because as far as I'm concerned, he died at the end there. And they pretty much spell it out for you. Like So how my dad's never seen the show, but he said it to me because I watched it and he goes, he dies at the end, right? I was like, yeah. And he goes, yeah, that's like, yeah. So it's not like I'm like giving anything away. Like if you know
he
anything
died
about
at the diner or the place so that's where he died. Okay.
Yeah. So like at the diner. So basically, if you're a gangster, you're and you're that high up where Tony is, you're never going to know that you're going to die. Just one day you're there, you're living, you're looking, and the next second it's black. Like you're never going to know that you actually died.
Oh my gosh. That just gave me chills.
Yeah. And so that's how I was watching it. And like, so like, I get where like people's argument is like, oh, well, that's just the end and the story just keeps on going and whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but that's the end of The Sopranos because that's the end of Tony. Like there is no other story because it doesn't matter after this because Tony's dead.
Yeah, it's just the like open-endedness that makes people fight about it. That's all it is.
Yeah, but I mean, like it's so clear. Like David Chase clearly says it. Like this is what's happening. And like Bobby has a line like a couple episodes before where he says, "I feel like if you're a gangster and you die, you're never gonna know. It's just gonna happen." And like Bobby said it. Like it's just you see it all happening, and if you're watching the show and you're seeing the guy go into the bathroom, you're like, but he's just sitting there hanging out with his family, and he looks up to see his daughter coming through, and bam, you're just done.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, makes sense.
Yeah. And I think that's why, like, the Journey song is so big at the end there, too, because number one, you needed the Journey song at the end there, like you just did. I actually don't like Journey, and I'm the one who's sitting here saying, like, you actually like needed that song there. Like that was the song. But she's listening. She's watching it.
I haven't seen it in so long. I haven't seen it in a long time. I just remember it was a diner and his family was there. But like now, like how you said it, like now it makes like total sense. Because I honestly thought he died too, but I was like, well, maybe he didn't die though. Like it just ended. Like he was still alive when it ended. But now it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, I also like David. So I watched that Wise Guy documentary thing, and the thing that David Chase says, he goes, I didn't understand why people were so mad that like they didn't see him die or that they didn't see him taken away by the FBI. Because it's like you've been watching this guy the whole time. You've been in love with this guy the whole time. And now all of a sudden you want justice. And it's like, yeah. Like I was like, yeah, like that's exactly how I feel too. It's like you watched him do all this fucked up shit. We've watched him kill how many people? We've watched him like be this horrible human. And now you want justice because it's the end of the show. Like, fuck you. Like, that's not how this works.
The show gives me so much anxiety too. Like, I know what's going to happen and my stomach hurts right now. And I want to cry.
It's so good. But yeah, that's I honestly think that it's black and white. He dies at the end there.
No, yeah, I think you're right.
I think that like
guy
there's
kills him.
Yeah. You see the guy in the jacket.
Yeah. And he goes to the bathroom and he kept watching him.
Yeah.
And that's
he's acting strange.
Yeah.
And Tony let his guard down because he's hanging out with his family and he's at a diner. And why would it happen there?
I need to go back and finish that show.
Oh, it's so good, Tyler. Like I gave nothing away. Like I know that like I just talked at the end of the show and whatever, but like
everybody's seen the end. Oh my gosh.
Everybody's seen the end, so it's not like I gave anything away. But I went into it completely blind, and I like totally recommend going into it completely blind. Like I didn't know who any of the characters were. I just knew that this was a show about gangsters. Like I didn't really even know that he was in therapy.
Yeah.
And so I think like going into it blind like that was like honestly the thing that you need to do because like I gave nothing of the plots away because I didn't want to, because I don't think that we should for this. But the end, everybody's seen it. It's one of the most talked about endings. It's probably the most fantastic ending. I would put it, if Buffy ended at season 5, The Gift, where Buffy goes and dies, I would have put that up there as like one of the greatest finales for a show ever. And like that's sort of what we got with this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Buffy was more of a happy ending, but that's because Buffy was a hero.
Yeah. Tony's not.
Yeah.
Not by any means.
Yeah. I wonder how much Joss, because these shows were airing at the same time, and this show was like everybody in the industry was talking about it. Everybody in the industry wanted to be on it. Everybody. So you know that like the people in Buffy and like Joss and everybody were watching this, right? And so I wonder how much The Sopranos actually influenced Buffy, which I never thought would also come out of my mouth because I think Buffy influences everything.
It all goes back to Buffy.
Yes, every time.
No, but I wonder how much like watching how The Sopranos, because there's a lot of dream sequences in The Soprano. Like there's a lot of dreams in The Sopranos. And there's this one episode in Buffy called Restless, and it's basically like they're all having like this dream, and it's like a lot of foreshadowing for like what happens like in the next season and on so. And so like when I was watching the dream sequences for The Sopranos, I was thinking about Restless and like the similarities of the dream sequences that the two shows have. Like so there's like a lot of things in the dream that like in The Sopranos that everybody's like, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? And they ask Joss the same thing about Restless. And there's this guy who just carries around cheese. And he's the cheese guy. And he's like, you guys want some cheese? Some cheese? And he's like carrying around a plate of cheese. And everybody's like, what the fuck does this cheese guy mean? Because he's everywhere in this Restless episode. And he goes, I just wanted something that meant nothing. You know what I mean? And so I wonder, like, how much of that came from The Sopranos. You know what I mean? Because The Sopranos, I think, had their dream sequences before Buffy. And if Buffy had the dream sequence before The Sopranos, like, fuck you, Sopranos, you took that shit.
So you're not all in on The Sopranos, then you're still going to defend
because
Buffy.
Buffy still exists, but that's what I'm going to write a paper on. I'm going to write an article and I'm going to send it into like all these places, and then it's going to be a comparison between Sopranos and Buffy.
Please do, Laura. I hope you do.
And everybody's going to be like, I'm sorry, The Sopranos and Buffy?
Makes so much sense.
Yeah.
This is my dissertation about why they're the same show.
Yes.
Yeah. My dissertation on why Buffy continuously gets robbed when they're the same show. All of a sudden, you guys are going to see me getting like some fucking doctorate, and that's going to be like my senior fucking thesis. All right. So my motherfucking share time is everybody should go watch The Sopranos. It was honestly a phenomenal show. I will 100% rewatch it. So that's my motherfucking share time. Tyler, what's your motherfucking share time? Because Stephanie is into her phone because she's now like, oh my god, he died at the end.
No, I'm reading the comments and it's so good. I'm just like, oh my god, you're right. Oh my gosh, I love that show so much. So good.
So
it is very good.
We actually kind of got into mine a little bit at the beginning. But
okay,
you know, y'all are always trying to force me onto these shows and stuff like that.
Okay.
And I always thought, you know, Big Brother would be the one that I would do because, like, you know, it just seems fun to me to like the things I could do on Big Brother would be fun. And then as I was watching Survivor this week, I'm like, no, this is the one I have to do. Because then I remember I'm a fucking misery addict.
Yeah.
So, I would fucking thrive on this.
You would thrive on the way you would thrive. I'm so happy that you said that because I think all the time that you would thrive on Survivor because like the more miserable everybody else gets, like the more that it would like fuel you.
Yeah.
Like everybody around you would be like in absolute fucking misery and you would be like, I'm miserable too. So I'm just going to vote all these motherfuckers out and not care and have like no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I don't have any feelings about it. I really don't like any of these people.
Yeah. That would be me. That's why I like whenever you're talking about the one girl who was like, I just want this one guy gone. Like that's going to be me. There's just going to be one guy who like just does something little that I'm just like, you're the worst fucking person in the world and you have to
immediately fucking leave. And like but the thing is that like you're such a cool person that like everybody would be like, I want to be in an alliance with Tyler. So you would also be that person where they're like running off to like the well and be like, we need to bring Tyler into the alliance. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because you would come in and just be like your authentic self. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like these other people are putting on a show because they
Yeah,
want to be on camera and
I
you're
can't
just
do that.
there. Yeah, and you're just there. And so like that authentic would make people want to be in an alliance with you because they're like, this guy is a real human.
Yeah. That's why I don't think like the diary rooms would be the thing that would like kill me for Big Brother. Like everybody, like they just all seem so fake when they're in there, and
They're so yeah,
can't
they get
do
fed
that.
lines.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
Quinn was the worst.
They
Quinn,
had
like,
lines,
oh
like-
my god.
And they all yell. Like, why are you
Oh
yelling?
my god, I know. I know. I'm convinced that because like there's no like person in front of them and they're like talking to a speaker, that they think that they have to yell. Otherwise, how are they going to hear me?
No, I think that they are like being extra animated and extra loud so that they can like be sure that they're gonna get screen time.
Yeah.
I guess. I'm just like,
Because I think
Like,
everyone
that
who was
would
on
really-
Big Brother kind of wants the screen time.
Yeah.
I'd be there for the money.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Well, that's what
Like-
Angela's there for, and it shows.
Like, fuck the screen time. I don't
Yeah.
care. Like,
She's-
I want to win.
When she's on the floor crying about the charcuterie board, and she's like not even on the seat, and it's like, Angela.
And not a single tear comes out. I swear, no
And
tears
she's-
come
it's-
out.
She's just like looking up like this, like it's a fucking like rain's coming down in a fucking music video outside of her window. And she's sitting on the fucking floor instead of the fucking chair. And it's like, why? Why'd you throw yourself on the floor?
The only time I've ever actually seen tears come out of that woman's eyes was whenever she was doing like the walking back and forth thing, like whatever
Those
that
were
challenge
real.
was. Yeah.
Those were real.
That was
Oh, yeah.
the only time she ever cried.
Yeah.
Everything else was just like,
And I love Chelsea because she just looks at her like, I'm not buying it.
yeah.
And she like knocks it off because she realizes it's not working. All right. So Tyler, we're gonna sign you up for shows.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're
Every
selling
show.
we're selling your soul for this podcast.
I still don't know what y'all are gonna do whenever I'm gone. I'm the only one who knows how to run this shit.
We'll figure it out. We're gonna figure it out. It's only gonna be like 10 to 12 weeks, right?
only 12
Only.
weeks.
We got this, Laura.
I don't think we do.
I'm gonna have to like drop my computer off at Stephanie's before I go and just be like, "This is how you do this." This is how
Yeah,
you
make
do
sure you
this."
fly out of San Antonio, please, because I need
Oh
help.
my god, Tyler, you have to leave your social media with us.
Yes,
Like you
yes,
you gift your social media to a person.
yes.
And so you have to gift it to us.
Give it to, oh my gosh. And we'll also be your wing woman. When people see you on TV and now they're like, oh, Tyler's going to make me a stay-at-home mom, then, and they're in your DMs, me and
No.
Laura.
I need that income too. Get to work.
They think because you're on TV that you're going to make all this money now, though. That's the whole point.
Gotcha.
Exactly
And
what
then me
it
and
is.
Laura are going to be like,
We're gonna vet them.
yeah,
We're gonna vet them.
we're going to find
we're
out
gonna
who's
be
here
like
for
your
the right
bachelor.
reasons.
We're gonna be your bachelor. We're just gonna vet them.
We are going to be your Jesse Palmers.
I'm gonna be like
Fuck yes.
dying over in Fiji or whatever, and y'all are just gonna be sliding into people's DMs. From me.
I should slide into Katie's DMs.
Okay.
Sliding into
Yep.
Katie's DMs.
We're sliding into Katie's DMs as
We're
Tyler.
tagging Katie and everything.
Yes, Katie's gonna block you.
Okay, never mind. Y'all aren't getting my
Katie,
social
watch
media.
me. At Katie Maloney, watch me on Survivor. And it's like, just like,
Well, y'all wouldn't have to take over my social media if I was on Survivor, right? Because
no, if you were on Big
No,
Brother.
yeah.
film that all.
If you were
and
on Big
then-
Yeah.
Okay.
If you were on Big Brother, we would continuously be like, Katie.
You were okay. You know how like Leah went on saying she's a chubby chaser. You need to go on and be like, I'm in love with
I'm
Katie
here for
Maloney.
Katie Maloney.
I'm solely here so Katie Maloney can notice me.
I am here so Katie Maloney knows that I exist.
It's all just like something about her shirts and stuff that I'm wearing.
Her Disrespectfully podcast has shirts.
When Katie blocks us, we start going, Dana.
Dana, can you let Katie know?
Tell Katie. Tell Katie.
Start adding something about her and Disrespectfully podcast.
It's just like we're like constantly like poking them, just like Katie.
Tyler's here. Did you see him?
Tyler did so good on that competition, right? Right, Katie?
Did you see it? She would 1000% take a fucking video on fucking TikTok of her watching it and be like, yeah, I'm fucking watching it.
And block us.
I want him voted out already. He won't leave me alone.
Poor Katie.
So we will do that favor for you, Tyler.
Okay, appreciate
Poor Katie, because I'm an Aries, so I don't let things go. Oh.
I'm in the fucking Big Brother house and y'all are out here just ruining my life. I have no fucking clue.
First off, if you came on and said, I am here for Katie Maloney, I promise you that Big Brother Twitter rallies behind you.
Right?
And tweets at her. Tyler's in love with you. You have to go see him.
And he's just on the screen with a fucking Katie Maloney shirt.
Just Katie.
Just Katie. We get him like 10 screen printed Katie shirts before he goes in different colors.
Honestly, we can have like Katie through her different phases. Like we can have orange hair Katie.
Yes.
We can have.
Oh my gosh, we have a picture of Katie at her wedding, but instead of Tom Schwartz,
we put Tyler's face there.
Yeah,
we can put our faces on Sheena.
Yes.
Because love bombing total strangers always works, right? Like that's how you get the girl.
This is how you're getting the girl, Tyler.
Our relationships are made. A good.
This is how this relationship's being made.
Yes.
This is why I tell John, don't ever pay any attention to Meet John from Jen's season of The Bachelor. Don't ever feed into my delusion. Don't ever talk to me. Don't ever look at me. Don't ever.
I love him so much now too, but I don't know I don't know what he's doing with Jen, but he needs to cut it out. I know it's a joke, but stop it already.
Yeah, it's like either be with her or get away from her.
Yeah, we don't need this. We don't need this. Oh my gosh.
All right, Stephanie, what's your motherfucking share time, which I'm sure is going to be Dancing with the Stars because Joey.
It sure is. I don't remember anything that happened other than Joey is on Dancing with the Stars. His partner is Jenna Johnson, who is married to Val,
okay. I know who she is. Okay.
And he's partnered up with Phaedra. Other than that, and Anna Delvey being on it, she is decorating her ankle monitor every week.
Fuck that bitch. I am actually, can we actually talk about this for a second? Because fuck her.
Mm-hmm.
I am so pissed at ABC for putting that little white bitch on with her fucking ankle monitor, because how many black people and brown people and people of color and minorities are sitting in fucking jail for a way less offensive fucking crime, but we're gonna fucking put her on ABC's Dancing with the Stars? Are you kidding me?
People can't even go to work because of their ankle monitors. And
we're gonna put her on Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
But we're gonna put her on Dancing with the Stars.
What did I miss?
Anna Delvey.
She's a criminal. I don't even know what the fuck she did.
She's a con artist. So basically she came out or she was wanting to be a New York socialite. She's from Russia or something. So she comes to New York and she just basically cons her way into designer clothes, into a New York City apartment.
I know what you're talking about now. Okay.
She steals people's credit cards. She steals people's bank accounts and stuff like that. And she stole millions of dollars worth of money. She went to prison. Now she's out on an ankle monitor. I had no idea she was even out, honestly. And then I found out she was going to be on Dancing with the Stars. This woman has no personality. I really hope no one voted for her last week because I mean,
talk about white privilege.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about white privilege. That you can just do all this, be this criminal, and everybody will forgive you and put you on Dancing with the Stars because you're white. I'm fucking pissed about it. Like, I don't care if, like, I shouldn't be talking about race because I'm a white person. I don't care. Like, fuck this. Like, fuck this, fuck this, fuck this. Fuck her. Fuck ABC for putting her on there. Fuck Dancing with the Stars. Like, fuck it, actually.
Yeah,
like,
and apparently
I'm mad about it.
Dancing with the Stars reached out to her. Like, she didn't, like, try to get on the show.
Who cares? No. Who cares who reached out to who?
I'm saying, why would you reach out to Anna Delvey?
She's a con artist. She's a criminal. And then you have people like, who's that track star that like literally couldn't fucking compete in the Olympics because she had a little bit of marijuana in her system? Yeah. Come on.
Oh, well, yeah.
Come on. She can't go to the Olympics because there's a little bit of marijuana in her system, but this con artist can hang out on Dancing with the fucking Stars with her ankle monitor that we're bedazzling. Get fucked.
Yeah, and I feel really bad for her partner, Ezra. Like, everyone has been, like, pushing, like, you need to make Ezra a pro, you need to make Ezra a pro, and then they make him a pro, and who did they give him? Anna Delvey, and he says that. It's so hard to even, like, get her to, like, connect and stuff. Like, it's so hard to make her...
talk to a criminal?
No, yeah, he looks...
I wouldn't want to be your partner. I don't want to talk to a criminal.
If you see TikToks and, like, interviews, he looks tired, and I feel really bad for Ezra. I know he's trying to be a good sport, but I can tell he hates her, so...
Yeah, because I'm sure she has no remorse for what she's done, because what have we done? We've rewarded her. We've made documentaries about her, and we've put her on Dancing with the Stars, and sure, let's just keep rewarding the bad fucking behavior, and then we'll have a bunch of people sitting in jail for less.
She, like, would go to court and not want to wear her, like, jumpsuit, and, like, she would wear designer outfits.
Yeah, and they would let her.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. It's actually fucking vile. What?
It says she got deported. So not only did they ask her to be on it, they flew her back to America.
I knew she got fucking deported. Why the fuck is she here? She shouldn't be on the show.
I'm sorry. So we deported this person, and now we've given her special permission to be on Dancing with the Stars. We've given her special access to the country so she can be on Dancing with the Stars, even though she got deported because she's a criminal.
Fucking ask Joe Giudice to be on the show now. You might as well just ask Joe Giudice to come back to America. Leave the Bahamas.
What are we doing? Why is Joe treated differently than this woman?
Exactly. Like, how is this allowed?
She was sentenced
because she's on Dancing with the Stars? Who gives a fuck?
She was sentenced 4 to 12 years in prison. After serving 2 years, she was remanded into the custody of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement for deportation to Germany. On October 5th, 2022, she was granted a $10,000 bail bond and released from prison.
And here's special permission to come back.
Yeah.
I didn't pay attention to her dance. I didn't give a fuck.
She can yeet herself off a cliff, and so can Dancing with the Stars, and so can fucking ABC at this point.
Yeah, and then, like,
how the fuck do you get special permission from the government so that way that they can be on Dancing with the fucking Stars? That's why she has an ankle monitor on, because she's not supposed to be in the fucking country.
Yeah.
And then she's, like, decorating the ankle monitor, and it looks like shit. Like, we can tell it's an ankle monitor. So, I don't want to give her that much attention.
Even though we already did, because fuck you.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be on it very long. Hopefully she gets
She shouldn't. No one should vote for her. Just on white privilege alone.
Yeah, so she
it's fine because she's from Russia. So that's a white country. So it's fine. Like, that's how that feels.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that doesn't feel like that.
No, it absolutely does.
Like, maybe I shouldn't be saying this shit with my chest out, but here I am.
No,
I forgot.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
I also forgot Jen is on the season. And
sorry, Jen.
I can't honestly, I think she might have done well. There was a little bit of awkwardness in there, but Joey, let me go back to Joey real fast. He did great, guys. Joey
Kelsey is there is like, I'm going to be there every single week. I was like, the two of you are so fucking cute, though.
I love them. I love Kelsey and Joey, and people are like saying that Kelsey should be jealous of Joey
saw her
dancing with
TikTok.
Jenna. Yeah.
I saw her TikTok.
Why? Like,
She literally was like, I don't know if you know this, but to dance, they actually have to touch.
yes. She's like, and I don't know if you know this, but I met him with 31 other girls, and he picked me. Like, we're good here. Like, we're fine.
Don't you think that he is giving me enough security to feel good about myself?
Also, she's Kelsey. Like, she's so beautiful. Like,
oh my god, yeah. Like,
I think Joey thinks that he isn't good enough for her. Like, why would he mess that up? Like, you can tell he's really in love with her.
Oh my god, he's obsessed with her.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's like obsessed with her.
And Jenna is married to Val. Like, she's probably obsessed with him. Like, he's so hot. Like
everything's gonna be fine.
Together. Yeah, everything's fine, guys. Joey's great. He's gonna win this season because he's amazing. Oh my gosh.
Look at his hand. Look at his little spirit fingers out there.
He did so good with the little flick. Like, look
you see his little spirit fingers?
He's a dancer. That man is a dancer. Ooh, I love him.
Look at his little hip.
Look at that. Oh my gosh. And he opened up his shirt. I don't even know what happened. My eyes went, oh. I was like one of those cartoon characters, like hearts coming out of their eyes. Like, I fell in love with Joey in that moment.
All over again.
I sent you guys a tweet.
She loves Joey so much, she's fine with sharing him with Kelsey. That's how much she loves him.
Totally fine. Chelsea, I hope you're okay with this. I sent them a meme, and it's that picture of Kylie Jenner, and it says, and then next thing you know, I'm pregnant, and it's like literally me watching Joey.
So now we need to get you on Big Brother, and me and Laura will be like, Joey.
No, I can't do that to my girl Kelsey. But the minute
she loves you, but she loves Kelsey more.
I can't do that to my girl, so that's it.
Kelsey would be like, I love you. And like be like, do you want to meet him? And you would be like, yes. Oh my god, I want to meet him. And she would like bring him over like a fucking ice cream cone and be like, this is Joey. And
will you let me make out with him for like 10 minutes, please, Kelsey?
Yeah, sure.
And she would be like, this is Joey. I came to bring you Joey. And she would be like, oh my god, thank you so much.
Let me make out with him. I sent another one, and it was like me watching Joey's first dance on Dancing with the Stars, and this is guy, and he's like, oh no, my crush just came back. And like literally me. Like, I forgot about Joey, and like I see pictures of him, I'm like, oh, he's cute. Damn, on Dancing with the Stars was something else, guys.
It's his spirit fingers. It's his little spirit fingers.
He just has the cutest personality ever. Like, he's such a good dancer. Those spirit fingers, he is paying attention to what Jenna's saying. I'm excited for this season solely because of Joey. He is top 4 for sure.
Jenna is ripped. Look at her fucking arm.
Like, Jenna just had a baby. Her baby, literally, I don't even know if the baby's 1 year old yet.
What baby? That woman didn't have a baby. Look at her arms.
She literally just had a baby. This woman is looking amazing. Oh my! Look at her. Arms.
Do you see that arm? Look at that.
Yep.
She looks amazing.
That is a woman that you don't ever mess with because she's gonna kill you. That's an arm that could choke you if she wanted to.
Jenna's one of the only. Actually, no, I follow most of the dancers on Dancing with the Stars, but I love Jenna. Like I've been rooting for her and Val forever, so I'm really happy that they're married and have a baby.
Good for them.
Yeah, and they're
doesn't Val have a brother?
Yeah.
Okay.
Val's brother is Max, and he's a controversial person in the Dancing with the Stars community because he can be a dick. But he's married to Peta, and we love Peta.
And they look really similar, don't they?
They do, but Max is kind of bigger and like a little bit bigger build, whereas like Val's a little bit more slimmer, and you can tell he's the younger brother.
Yeah, but they look a lot alike.
Younger. Yeah, but he always looks younger. And I think their kids look a lot alike, too.
That's the family genes.
Yeah, their genes are strong.
Like, I don't know if it was the mom or the dad, but I'm sure that they look identical to one of them.
Yeah.
So is that everything for your...
Yeah, I'm not going to totally get into it because I did not pay attention most of that episode.
There's still like 15 people.
There's so many people. Tori Spelling's on it.
Is she really?
Yeah. Tori Spelling. Who else is on it? The
for
dad
her.
from Family Matters. It's between him and Anna Delvey next week. I think like one of them are going home.
The criminal should go home.
I know. That's what I'm hoping for because
the deported criminal.
Yes, because the dad from Family Matters is so cute. Like we just have to like allow him back on just so like Emma can just dance around him again because that was adorable. He just stands there with his hands up in the air and it's so cute.
The old guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love him. So he should stay. Anna Delvey should go home, and Joey should win every week.
Sorry, Jen.
Oh, Jen's there. I forgot. And that's my take this week. I'll be back next week for and maybe I'll pay more attention. Maybe.
I never have to watch Dancing with the Stars because Stephanie does it for me.
Yeah. Jonathan was there to support Jen.
Yes, I saw him. He posted stuff on Instagram. I do follow John.
I should follow John.
I followed John preseason and never unfollowed him even through like the treacherous shit because I was so in love with him. And then like he really vindicated me and I'm still following him and I'm like, thank you. Because I don't follow people easy. So the fact that I did. All right. So let's get into our shows. Let's like cover like Big Brother last week really quickly. So it turns out that Chelsea and MJ did change their votes and Chemo was supposed to go, but Chelsea and MJ changed their votes and that's how Chemo ended up staying. Also, I lied because T-Core and Chelsea voted to evict Joseph, but MJ and Leah didn't vote together. And I had said that that's why I think that there was an all-girl alliance, but T-Core and Chelsea did vote together to evict Joseph. I literally went to Wikipedia because I realized I fucked up. I still think that there's an all-girl alliance, but
there's got to be like mostly one. Like, I mean, I know Angela's not in it. Like, they want her gone,
which is stupid.
Yeah, it's like it's a free vote. Like,
yeah,
keep her there.
Yeah. So HOH happens last week, and I just need to talk about the tiebreaker question really quick because what the fuck was that? Chelsea like didn't want to win, so she was gonna like throw it, but she threw it in like a way that she was gonna win. And then I don't know what Chemo's fucking math was, but he wrote down 12,600. He doesn't even know why he wrote down that number because they were like, where did that come from? And he's like, I don't know. Like
got stressed out and just said something.
I would have done the same thing.
I think I would have too, honestly.
It's just, oh God. So Cam and Chelsea's like riff kind of started here because Cam and Chelsea didn't tell Cam who she was voting for, so Cam didn't vote the same as her. So that kind of put like a little riff between Cam and Chelsea, which has boiled over into this week. So Cam says, I don't know why he said in his diary room, I don't know why you don't trust me. I'm the one that shouldn't trust you. And so this is really where the rift kind of started with them. Because Cam's feeling some type of way because of this. So then Wednesday rolls around and we have Otev. And Otev is... So I knew that they were fucking up. In the same way that T-Core did. Because the question was, who didn't play at all? And I knew that Cedric and Chelsea were those little microchips that very first week.
Yeah.
And so I'm going, it's Cedric. And they're all going, it's Tucker. And me and Keenan are like, is it Tucker? And so we were like, okay, it's Tucker. We're like, how does everybody lose this? And so I'm sitting there thinking about Cedric, and I said to Keenan, I think that it's Cedric.
The question was worded weird. Like
the question was a trick question. Yeah. It was a super trick question. And so basically they all thought it was Tucker because Tucker got eliminated first, but they played because
Yeah.
it was the round of HOH where it was the social part of it, and they had to team up. But the two of them were microchipped, so they never got to play at all.
Yeah.
And so that is how MJ is the only one that brings up the correct answer. And Otev lasts one round because everybody else said Tucker, and she was the only one that said Cedric. And as soon as he said Cedric, everybody was like, and like, I've been that person where you're the only person with the correct answer, and everybody's like, you're wrong. And it's like, no, I'm not. And so I understand MJ's like celebration in that moment, because not only was she left out of that first eliminate, but she, like, everybody's like, oh, you're so stupid because you have Cedric. And she's like, bitch, no, I'm not.
I know everyone was kind of like looking at her like, Yeah.
You're getting eliminated because you have the wrong answer. And she's like,
Yeah.
you're all about to get eliminated because you have the wrong
I'm
answer.
about to win.
Like,
Producers had to be pissed about how short that lasted.
I
Like,
mean, here's the thing that I would be thinking. She is so confident that it is Cedric that she is sitting up here with all of us with Tucker. You
Yep.
know what I mean? Like, that's what I would be thinking. Like, she is so confident that the answer is Cedric that she's sitting up here while all of us keep bringing up Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and she, like, knew what was happening. That's why she, like, had the answer for them all. She knew what was going on. She's like, fuck you, and
Mhm.
fuck you.
so good.
It was really good. And so I just wanna take that time for her. So how does Quinn end up going home last week? Well, Angela gets paranoid. She decides that Leah, Quinn, and the trio are making an alliance out in the backyard, goes upstairs and tells Chelsea. Chelsea then puts Quinn up because of this. She then tells Leah that this is what happened. Like, she threw you under the bus, and Leah's all pissed off at Angela. So then Angela goes upstairs to Chelsea and was like, I never said that. And Chelsea's like, yes, the fuck you did. And then they roll the tape where Angela, yes, the fuck you did.
Mhm.
But Angela's like, I didn't say that. I'm just going to let it go, because she has this thing that Trump does where if she believes her lies, everybody else will.
Yep.
Mhm.
And so that's what Angela does. And so if she keeps saying that this is the truth, then everybody will believe that's the truth. And so basically, Quinn gets put up, and Quinn's basically like, I'm going home. Everybody knows that there are no votes to keep me.
Mhm.
I'm gone. So Thursday rolls around, and we got the gift that never stopped giving, where Julie Chen was sick, and we got Jerry.
I loved that. Jerry O'Connell, love him.
Yeah, we don't need Julie Chen. And that's what that taught us.
Mhm.
We should be done with the Moonves last name. We should separate ourselves from that whole ordeal. If you don't know what Les Moonves did, Les Moonves was the CEO of CBS in 2017. And the Me Too movement came out, and 6 women who worked for him came out and said that he sexually assaulted them. CBS then did their own investigation for 2 weeks. During that investigation, turns out the man started interfering. Les Moonves, I just found all this out. Turns out that the man was interfering with the investigation. He actually just got brought up on charges for that, and actually he's convicted of that. And the sentencing is going to happen soon. Basically, he interfered with the investigation and was talking to an LAPD cop
Wow.
at a coffee shop off the record about the investigation that was happening because of this. We don't know what came out of said investigation because none of the women pressed charges, and CBS fired him. Whatever came out, CBS fired him and made him, out of his severance package, donate money to the Me Too movement. So what happened? I don't know, but you met with a cop, which you've been convicted of. You met with a cop to hurt the investigation, which you've been convicted of. And you don't meet with a cop like that unless you're guilty. And then also CBS made you out of your severance package pay a bunch of money. Do I think you're guilty? Yes, I do.
Man
I
is
think so
74
too.
years old.
Yep. Les Moonves. He's 74 years old. Yep.
He's 20 years older than Julie.
Yep. She was actually his mistress. So he was actually married.
Wow.
Oh, I would love to tell you guys the whole story. Here we go. So he was actually married. I know so much about these people because I hate them so much. So he was actually married. And she and him started their little affair. She separates. They have 3 kids. Those 3 kids don't talk to him. Okay? His 3 kids from the first marriage don't talk to him. She leaves, they're separated. They file for divorce. Les Moonves then files and says that he would like the divorce to go through faster. It is granted. And 11 days, might be 10 days, after the divorce is finalized, he goes off and elopes with Julie Chen Moonves. This is a real fucking story. I am so serious when I say you can look all of this stuff up on the internet and everything I'm saying is fucking true. Okay?
Yeah.
No, like it's true. Like everything I'm saying is what happened. Like I hate these people. Like and so that's actually how Les Moonves and Julie got married. She was his mistress.
It's ridiculous.
Because they worked together. So when all of these allegations come out, right, where Les Moonves sexually assaulted the 6 people that worked for him, Julie Chen Moonves then comes and puts like this little TV spot out and says, "Oh, I'm no longer going to be on the talk, blah, blah, blah. I've decided to step away." Yeah, you decided to step away from the talk because those women were going to ask you questions about it and you didn't want to answer them, so you left the talk. But you didn't leave Big Brother where nobody's going to ask you questions. So you stayed on Big Brother where nobody's going to ask you questions. 3 days after your husband's fired from CBS, you then sign off from outside the Big Brother house. You used to, for 20 years, signed off from outside the Big Brother house. This is Julie Chen. But after 20 years, 3 days after your husband got fired for sexually assaulting 6 women that worked for him, you sign off from outside the Big Brother house. This is Julie Chen Moonves, giving a giant middle finger to every woman that's ever accused a man who had power over them of sexual assault. You basically said, "Fuck you. I believe my husband, even though you were his mistress. So let's talk about all that shiesty shit that probably happened." You know what I'm saying? So you had to stay with him. Oh, and then my other personal favorite is she finally decides that she's going to go talk about it. So she does an interview with the Today Show. And she's talking about her newfound religion because now she loves Jesus out of nowhere. Who knows why she loves Jesus now, but she loves Jesus now. And she has a whole podcast about why she loves Jesus, and she loves to send Bibles to the gay contestants on Big Brother.
No way.
Sent it to Kevin and sent it to Carson Kressley, and there was another one in there. This is a fact. You can go find the videos on the fucking internet. I know this for a fact because I hate the bitch and I'll never fucking forget it. So after all of that, she decides that she's going to go on the Today Show and talk about her love for Jesus and her husband sexually assaulting these women, right? So what does she do? She's there and they're talking about her church and how often does she go? And she goes, "Oh, well, I don't really go to church because God doesn't need to know that. I don't need to go to church for God to know that I'm praying to him and everything like that." Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So then also when she's then talking and they're like, "Oh, so what happened? Like, how are your feelings about it?" She goes, "Blah, blah, 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 blah. If you want to know more, go buy my book. But first, God." And so now every chance that she gets, whenever they talk about her husband and the sexual assault, she goes, "You should go buy my book. But first, God." So now she's profiting on this newfound religion and Jesus that she now loves to go buy her book. But first, God. And this is why I hate Julie Chen Moonves and why every single one of us should be absolutely disgusted that she's still on our screen. She shouldn't be there. She should be gone. And I'm kind of never going to shut the fuck up about it until she's off my screen because she shouldn't be there.
I hate to
you wanted to sign off Moonves. You want to sign off Moonves and you want to stand behind your husband that much. You can stand behind your husband out of my face.
I hate to piss you off even more.
Okay.
It looks like he's not going to get charged with anything.
He's not going to get charged with it?
they, as of April 17th, he settled with the city of Los Angeles for a fine of $15,000.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He wasn't convicted because they had a settlement.
Yep.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I'm so sorry that I misspoke about this one thing. Oh, and it ended up being that he just settled out of court for $15,000 because why would I want to go to court and air out all the evidence?
Yeah.
Oh my. Just so you guys know, when people don't go to trial, it's because they don't want to air out the evidence.
Yeah.
Like, because when you go to trial, everything becomes public knowledge. This is also why Donald Trump is trying to postpone his hearing and his stuff until after the election. Because if he did it before the election, we would get Mark Meadows' testimony.
Mhm.
And that would absolutely destroy him. And we all know it. That becomes discoverable evidence and they have to share it, which means that it's discoverable to the American population, which means we would all know about it, which is why we got to see all those videos and the unclassified stuff during the January 6th committee hearings. Welcome to civics that they didn't teach you in fucking high school.
Yeah, everything's bad. So back to Big Brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Let's get away from Julie Chen Moonves.
Yeah, I'm in a hole right now. I need to get out of it.
Let's get away from her. Fuck you, Julie Chen. Get off my screen. Jerry, come back.
Jerry,
Please.
we miss you.
So basically, Leah and Angela vote to evict Chemo, and everybody else votes to evict Quinn, and Quinn is unfortunately the first member of the jury. Rubina then tries to hand him a bracelet, and he doesn't take it at first, and then ends up taking it. It says jury duty on the bracelet. I have never in my life seen the worst jury management than, as I vote you out, here's a consolation prize of a jury duty bracelet that I made while I'm still
Did you
here.
do that, Rubina?
She did that.
Why would you do that? You just
Why?
don't want to win Big Brother.
I'm that is the worst jury management I've ever seen on this show. Do you know how you piss people off as they're already bitter that they're getting voted out of the house? Here's a jury duty bracelet.
Quinn was so mad.
I would be too.
Fuck out.
I would literally be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" and throw it at her. I mean, I can't believe that he kept it together like that, because I would have said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" and thrown it at her.
I just meant in general, not necessarily at her, but just he just wanted the fuck out of that house at that point.
I see, and that's the
quick,
thing.
Hugs and then just bye.
I have the just amount enough, I have the right amount of attitude where if somebody did that to me, I would take myself out of what we're doing right now and absolutely turn and be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Yeah.
And throw it in her face.
Wondering why he was so pissed. That's crazy.
I can't believe that. That is the worst thing that you could do to somebody. For real. Okay. So, fast forward to this week. MJ is going to fuck herself because she keeps picking sides. If she kept just riding in the middle, things would have been so much better for her.
Yeah, because she's a good player.
She is a good player, but she unfortunately is picking a side, and she's picking a side too soon.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really going to be her downfall, because she's about to alienate Angela and Leah, and for some reason they all keep saying Angela might not isn't in the off chance that Angela wins, and I'm like, Angela has won 2 HOHs and she just won a veto, and
She's won a couple of vetoes already, right?
Yeah, so it's what do you mean that you don't think that she's gonna win? She very easily could.
If she gets to the end, she has so much stuff on her resume to win Big Brother.
They're really underestimating Angela out here, and I'm like, you people are stupid.
Yep.
So this was Janky Week, which is where they had them all live outside. They did this once before, and it was awful then. It's awful now.
Yeah.
Although this time, they put them out there with nothing. made them wear janky merchandise, and only fed them pizza and ice cream
That sounds awful.
for a week. And then made them sing these songs and do all this other shit. Like, it honestly sucked. And by the end of it, they were all like emotional wrecks. Like, they were all emotional wrecks at the end there. Like, when they were all bawling their eyes out for T-Core that hard, if they weren't outside, they would not have been crying as hard as they were. They are tired. They are exhausted.
Anytime Jinky would say anything, they go, shh.
Oh my god, Rubina was so fucking funny. Like, I know that I just like was like, fuck you, but she was so fucking funny. They would be like, welcome. They would be like, Janky World. And she'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah.
There's one part where, like, I forget who Mackenzie was talking to, but she was just like laying down, like talking to somebody, like laughing and all smiling and stuff like that. And then as soon as Janky starts talking, you just see her go. Like it broke her.
Janky broke all of them.
Yeah. Talking about pizza, even though I said, ugh, I can't stop thinking about making a pizza after this now.
I would fuck a pizza up. I can't eat pizza, so I would fuck a pizza up.
I have ice cream in the freezer. I'm gonna get that.
Oh, I have ice cream in my freezer. Hey, you know what? I want to eat some pizza and ice cream for lunch after this.
That sounds horrible.
Sorry, Laura. I'm sorry, Laura.
I couldn't live in Janky World. Janky World would kill me.
No.
Janky World would literally kill me.
They'd have to have like dairy-free ice cream and like vegan pizzas for you.
Yeah, no, literally. Otherwise, like, I would like literally be in the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine a week of that for me.
That sounds awful.
I would probably shit out my asshole.
If they're giving Matt a challenge where he has to hear things, you really think they're going to get special food for you?
All right, I'm in the hospital. I would also like to say that Cam's reaction to Janky World was so fucking funny. They started singing, and I mean, his reaction was exactly what I would have expected from Cam. Somebody who says, "Shout out to my dogs at the crib." That's the exact reaction I would expect from him.
He was over it from the beginning.
His face was like, "I'm sorry, you want me to sing what? I'm sorry, you want me to do a group cheer? I'm sorry, what?"
Rubina's there, like trying to, like, you know, be like about it and stuff like that, and then you just see Cam. He's just like, J.
His face was like,
yeah, he like the way he look around too, like he's suspicious, like JANK.
Yeah, he's like looking around, like, are you serious? Like, he like thinks he's being punked for a second. Like, this is not real, right? Like, he like was like, this is a dream, right? Like, he was. It's the exact reaction I expected him. It was genuinely funny. So HOH happens, and it lasts 9 hours and 55 minutes. Basically, what else were you going to do in Janky World? And that's what Cam was thinking. And that's why Cam, Angela, and Leah were out there as long as they were. Because Cam was like, the longer I'm here, the less time I have to spend in Janky World.
Mm-hmm.
And Leah was thinking, I need to win this or I'm gone. And that's why we got 9 hours and 55 minutes. No other reason. No other reason. So basically they had to hold a marshmallow with a stick. Rubina, I felt really bad for. Rubina, she was like trying to say something in Vietnamese or whatever language, I'm not sure.
Filipino.
And she starts to say it, and because she was trying to concentrate on how to say it, the marshmallow fell. I was like, oh. And she started crying immediately. I was like, you can cry. You can cry.
And it was after hours and hours of her being up there.
Yeah.
I would have cried if I was her. I would have cried.
Uh-huh.
So the sun ends up coming up, and Angela says, okay, yeah, I'm done. And Leah and Cam decide that they're going to balance on one leg to get rid of it. And Leah, I knew, was going to win immediately because she became a flamingo. She literally did what I would do, where flamingos stand the way that they do because it gives them more balance. And so she had her one foot balancing against her other leg and made it like a triangle. She could have stood there all night on that one leg. And fucking Cam's over there trying to balance on one foot, like in front of him and shit, and he's all wobbly. And I was like,
I
it's
stand like that all the time too. Like,
because that's what it is.
I'll just be like
So-
cooking or something, and then I just randomly go on one leg and
Because it
just
gives you more
flamingo it up.
balance.
Yep.
Why flamingos do it. It's why flamingos do it, guys. Welcome to civics and fucking, what is it? Biology. What's the study of animal? What would was that biology?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Anyway, so
Technically.
she ends up nominating Rubina and Chemo. Veto happens, and it was kind of boring. I kind of fell asleep for most of it because this was the day of my infusion. So I was falling asleep during Survivor, and I really fell asleep during Veto.
Yeah.
So basically, they had to fit all these circles into a circle as like a puzzle. Angela won the regular veto, and Leah came in second, so she won the janky veto. She apparently had to do some competition that she pretty much sucked at and lost immediately. So janky veto didn't work. But Angela used hers, and they ended up putting up T-Core, which was probably the best decision that they could have made. T-Core was probably, out of the three of them, the strongest one. Then Thursday comes around, and we unfortunately have, hi puppy, hi dog. A dog joined us.
Yeah, he got really excited and wanted to come in here for some reason. So whatever,
He
I'll take
wants to be on camera. Look at him. He looks
know.
so happy to be here. Enzo, is that one Enzo?
Mhm.
Enzo, look at the camera. Look at the camera, baby.
Look at everyone. Look!
hi.
Wow! He doesn't like it.
He's saying hi.
Hi, baby. Look at the camera up there.
Hi.
What did you think of Big Brother,
here.
Enzo?
Oh, he slept through it.
Oh, okay.
We exploit dogs here. Anyway.
We do. It's my child star right here.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Julie Chen comes back, and we have to deal with her again. So they did show the cot fight, which I was really excited about. So that actually happened earlier in the week.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was like, I can't believe that they didn't show it. And turns out it was because they were going to show it now. Because it also explains why Cam and Chelsea are having like this riff, because Chelsea really likes Cam.
Mm-hmm.
And Cam is like, we're not doing anything until we're outside of the house. Like, so Chelsea's now just jealous of how he's acting, but like he's not doing anything that he said he wasn't going to do. So basically, he moves his cot so he could be up against the wall. But Chelsea, and that's really what it was. Like, he was really moving his cot to put his pillow up against the wall because he's so tall. He kept falling, like the pillow kept falling off the cot.
Yeah.
So he was actually, like, it was 100% he was going to the wall.
Mm-hmm.
But what had happened was he put his bed next to MJ, which made Chelsea feel some type of way because he moved his bed away from her and next to MJ.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And so this caused, a like good hour fight. I'm so serious when I say that. Like, the whole thing was about an hour. They fought, they had an argument, everybody kept going on about it. Rubina was standing there just like watching it, like, oh my God. Like, it was really awkward for everybody involved. It was awkward for everybody sitting there, and they just were like arguing with each other. And she said, fine, I'm moving my bed too. And that's when she moved it across the yard to the other wall. And I was really happy that they showed that because
yeah.
So Chelsea has been having this like real jealous thing going on with Cam right now. And yeah, it's not going well for Chelsea because Cam's starting to feel some type of way. Everybody's starting to feel some type of way about Chelsea, and Chelsea, you're a big target. You need to calm down.
And Chelsea, it's coming off really bad, honestly. I love Chelsea, but it's coming off not good. And I would have been really annoyed if I was actually there in person. I would have like maybe put her to the side like 30 minutes into that and be like, hey, you're coming off really bad right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm gonna blame it on Janky World because everybody's like really hating people this week, and I'm like, can we all like not actually? Because if I didn't sleep, this is where I had to live, and I was eating pizza and ice cream every day, I would be super fucking annoyed, super fucking mad, super tired, all of these things, and my emotions would be wreaking havoc on everybody and myself.
And it
For
sounds like
sure.
they're all so annoyed with Angela too.
Yeah. And so I would really like to say that this week we should all just like, take a step back
Mhm.
and realize that they are fucking tired.
Mhm.
How would you like to camp out outside in the wilderness with nothing, like literally a cot and a sleeping bag? It was raining at one point and they gave you a poncho. Okay. This is how you've been living. You would be upset too. I think that we should all let it go. Let it go, let them get some sleep, and we'll start seeing them act a little bit normal again, okay? What we did here was psychological torture,
Yeah. Big time.
Mhm.
and they're tired, okay? We need to let it go.
Yeah. Like a whole week is a lot for that.
I know,
Mhm.
like imagine like a whole week outside, you don't have shelter, you have nothing to build a shelter with, and you're just laying on a fucking cot.
Only eating junk food.
Mhm.
Like, not a vegetable in sight.
Yeah.
Can't have a salad. Like, I would hate it. I would hate it. Okay?
Didn't someone say that too? Like,
Yeah,
I think
Leo was
so.
like, "This is a vegetable. I want a vegetable." And it looks like they're making like frozen pizzas too. So that sounds like awful.
They
like,
are in like a toaster oven. Like they don't even
Yeah.
have a real oven. It's like a toaster oven that they're making these frozen pizzas in.
I would have been tired of it.
Yeah.
Like imagine. That's worse than peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Because at least like you can have peanut butter sometimes and sometimes just jelly.
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
there is a little bit of variety that you can do there.
I saw people with pepperoni pizzas and cheese, but I didn't see anything else. So like the variety there.
I can
Yeah.
promise you that if there was no veggie pizza, and if there was, it was gone immediately.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
so T-Core ends up getting voted out 4-1. We started to watch the live HOH, but we didn't get an outcome, which was a little annoying, but it's whatever.
Yeah. Why even start it?
Yeah.
That was so
Yeah.
dumb.
I wish that they just did questions and we got to see the outcome. But I get that they need stuff for Sunday. That's
Yeah.
really what it is. So MJ ended up winning. She ended up nominating Angela and Chemo, I believe. That sounds right?
Yeah, it's Angela and Chemo right now.
Yeah. Apparently Angela's the target. I think that's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Because honestly, yes, Angela can win things, but Angela's not coming after MJ.
Yeah.
Because Angela's not coming after MJ or Leah.
Hmm.
If I'm MJ, I put up Chemo and Rubina. And I know that that's like, oh, well, that's like, the safe, whatever. At this point, the trio is the only one that would nominate MJ. And like, MJ probably shouldn't have won because she was probably in the best position and now she has to nominate people and she's going to piss Leah off probably.
Yeah.
And it's just not going to be good.
Nope.
Hmm.
So that was Big Brother. It's kind of boring, but I'm going to be honest with you. Final 7 to Final 4 drags every single season. It always has, no matter what. For some unknown reason, the end game of like Final 7 until like Final like 5 or 4 is really fucking boring and predictable. It's been like that literally every single fucking season. You can go back and watch seasons like past, and it's the same exact thing. Nothing's usually fun. Very few times. The double eviction's probably going to be this Thursday is probably going to be the most exciting thing that we're going to have. It's going to be pretty boring. It always is. It's just the
Yeah.
way that it is. So moving on, we have Survivor. I have basically nothing for Survivor because nothing really happened, and it was a lot.
I don't remember anything about Survivor. There's too many people right now.
Yeah, and that's really what the problem is that we got introduced to a lot of people and nothing stuck.
Just Andy's freak out. That was about it.
Right.
Like, which we already kind of hit on, but
first challenge, Yellow was last to the puzzle, but they ended up winning. So Yellow was the one that got all the extra stuff. The older woman on blue looks like Tamara Judge from The Real Housewives of the OC. Did you see that, Stephanie?
I don't remember.
Okay, so there's an older woman on blue, and she looks like Tamara from Real Housewives of OC.
Okay, I don't
she
remember.
Looks.
Her.
I mean, looks like an older version of this woman. I'm like, are you kidding? Did you find her?
I'm trying to. I'm looking at the Reddit right now for like the cast, but it's just a bunch of names.
Yeah, you need a picture of her because she looks like Tamara. Tamara. I don't know how to fucking say her name, to be honest with you. And I've seen it like every season of that, and I have seen every season of Orange County, and I still don't know how to say your name. Tamara.
I think it's Tamara.
Tamara.
It's Tamara.
It's Tamara.
Yeah. Is it the very older woman?
Yeah, she has like blonde hair and she's gotten a lot of work done on her face.
I need to see her again because I don't like from what I remember, I'm not seeing it right now.
Yeah. She looks like her.
Okay.
She looks like an older version of her. Like that is what Tamara. I had to like literally say that in my head 3 times before I said it out loud. Looks like in like 20 years.
Okay, I kind of see it now.
Yeah. That's her in like 20 years.
What's her name? Oh, it's Sue. I don't think they're that far off from age with each other.
They probably aren't.
I think she said on Survivor that she's like 59.
Yeah, she's 59.
I think Tamara's like 40 something, like 48 maybe older.
Tamara Judge.
Tamara.
Sorry, girl. I know, now it's like she's 57 years old.
Yeah.
So they're only 2 years apart. But
they
Tamara also, yeah. She also lives in the OC and has money for like the bunch of plastic surgery, so.
Yes. So the other 2 tribes that don't win supplies vote somebody to go to a new island. And they basically have to race each other to get supplies. The girl was lost. She was like winning, but then she got super fucking lost. And the guy got into the water before her. And so he's the one who found it. And then she was ready to fight him for it. And he like looked at her like, are you serious right now? Like he looked at her like, don't make me do that. Like he literally looked at her, don't make me do that. He's like, I don't want to, but I will. Yeah. Don't make me. He's like, that was the dude's face. Like, I don't know what his name is, but that was what his face read when she was like laughing about it too. And he like, girl. So one of the guys on blue found a beware advantage. And another guy walked up on him. The same guy that was going to fight the girl. His name is TK. I wrote it down. Look at me. TK is his name. So when he walks up on him, the guy like brings him in like, oh, I just found this. And TK goes in his diary room. He's like, you're here with a stick and you're getting something all the way up there. Like you didn't just find this. I came up on you and caught you. Another guy finds it and reads it, like just opens it without even reading it. The idol twist is that you get an idol for 1 tribal council, but you can do another task, open up another box, get it for 3 tribal councils, and then you can open it again, get another box, and then you'd have a full idol. So it's like stages to this idol, and it's in a big giant box that you have to hide from people. The one guy on blue, I think it was, he dropped the box and it made like the biggest fucking noise and everybody was like, is he okay? And it's like, well, everybody knows that you're doing something sketchy because you just sounded like you hurled yourself off of a mountain. Like, I mean, it sounded like he hurled himself off of a mountain, comes back like fine, no problem, nothing. You didn't have a machete, so it's not like you were cutting anything down. Like, everybody knows what the fuck you were doing, and you found something and you dropped it and it made a fucking wildebeest sound.
It's ridiculous.
I was like, when it happened, I was like, you fucking idiot. Like, if there's like one thing that you don't want to do, it's make noise. And it's like out of like literally a horror movie where you're like trying to sneak around and then like somebody calls your cell phone and the killer now knows where your fucking location is because your cell phone was going off. You know what I mean? Like, that's what happened. I can't. The one girl on it, she looked really familiar. She's on Red. She's an African American woman, and I think she has the braids or dreads. I don't know, but she looked.
Like
her name's like
Asia.
I don't remember anyone.
Her name's Asia. She looked really familiar to me, and it's because
the one with the podcast, right?
Yes, she's on Rob Has a Podcast. So Rob Has a Podcast is like a huge podcast.
Oh, but why is she? I was gonna ask, why is she on it?
So Rob Has a Podcast is a huge podcast in the Big Brother Survivor community.
Hmm.
And he brings people on as like co-hosts and like they talk and stuff like that. And then after a while they become regulars on the show. And that's basically what she was. Like, she came from Big Brother Twitter and I think ended up on Rob Has a Podcast, and she's like one of like their like co-anchor host things. And so she comes on and talks about it all the time.
Pretty cool.
And so she's a huge fan of the show. And so I guess she applied and got on. I knew that she looked familiar, but I couldn't put who she was. And then she said that she was on Rob Has a Podcast, and I said, oh. It like all hit me.
Gotcha.
But like the people that come on, I think he pays them, like they're like co-people or whatever, but it's his podcast. Like, they don't own the podcast. It has nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
Oh, the one guy on Red, he ends up finding the Beware thing, and he's moving real sketchy, and everybody's basically like, you're moving real weird. And he had to dive to the bottom of the well to get a fucking key. And it was like, oh my God. And now you're just wet. Like, how are you going to talk about how you're wet?
Yeah.
Like there's just no thought process to that guy at all.
Nope.
He was like moving on adrenaline and that was it. The immunity challenge was a fucking disaster. They all kept capsizing and falling, and then there was just Red. And Red just glided right on through. And Red finished before everybody else even knew what day it was. I mean, Red was so far ahead. They barely like showed anything because Red was so far ahead. Like, they barely showed them doing the puzzle because it was clear that they were going to win.
I don't even really remember the challenge. Like,
I don't either. I didn't pay attention to this episode.
So Yellow ends up winning. Andy has a fucking freak out. Oh my God. Andy is like, I'm going to vote you all out.
No, why
I was going to throw John under the bus.
And people are saying, like, he's worse than Banu.
He might be.
Like, with just, like, saying all this shit.
He, like, literally was, like, just... And saying it in front of everybody. And everybody's like, what the fuck? And somehow that guy stays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you have John, who's squirrely. And that's really what it is. John is squirrely. And they know that you used to work for a politician. So you're squirrely and you used to work for a politician. Like, why are you doing what you're doing? Like, you're doing exactly what everybody expected you to do, and that's why you got voted out. And that's really, like, John, you got voted out because you acted exactly how everybody expected you to act. And, it, like, Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
you're worked for a politician, you're squirrely, and then you're going around saying, I want to save Andy, and you're trying to make up a plan behind people's backs
Yeah.
the very
Yeah.
first week.
Like they had it all set. They were like, yeah, we're gonna tell him like we're voting you out, but it's really gonna be
And you
Andy.
take that.
And then he's like,
You
yeah.
take it.
And
You have to take that.
then he just immediately starts making plans. It's like, why? Like you had safety, man.
You did.
Mhm.
You did. And all it was going to take was for you to have your name written down by one guy.
Yep.
You would have been okay.
Mhm.
Keep your fucking mouth shut.
Oh my God. That's the thing that we should really like iterate. They're like, shut the fuck up.
Mhm.
Like, please, like everybody, like if you end up on one of these shows, literally shut the fuck up.
Mhm.
If you shut the fuck up, people are going to give you so much fucking information. Just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Listen, don't talk.
Yeah,
Mhm.
literally, just shut the fuck up. Like, I can't express to you how I would have a problem because I can't shut the fuck up, and I know that about myself. Like, that's what my downfall would be, right? But literally, just shut the fuck up.
Mhm.
Okay? Okay? Especially early, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Get information, end up in an alliance, shut the fuck up.
Not that hard.
When a cop comes over to you and they start asking you questions, shut the fuck up. Okay? Like a lot of you need to learn to shut the fuck up.
Yep.
At certain circumstances. I know I don't shut the fuck up, but I know that I should shut the fuck up. I'm not unaware, okay? That's the difference between me and you. I'm doing it, but I'm not unaware. I'm not going to be shocked when, shit goes south. Wonder why.
Oh my God, they voted me out. Wonder why.
Wonder why. Oh, right. I tried to make up a plan and get fucking this other guy voted out so that way Andy could stay, even though he's saying he's going to throw me under the bus. You fucking dumbass. You fucking dumbass. Like,
I remember audibly saying, "What?" Like when I was
I
watching.
mean, like, I understand that, like, the audience has, like, like, different, like, we see everything.
Yeah.
But, like, this is based off of the information that John would have had.
I think this is kind of like my issue with these being like 90 minutes is because like they don't show you the important things. It's all a bunch of like fluff, and then all of a sudden like
Yeah.
John's
So
getting
it's too
voted out instead of
much.
Andy.
Yeah.
It's like they didn't really they showed him being like, yeah, I'm kind of thinking about making a move, and that was all like we got. We didn't hear anybody else being like, yeah, John's trying to be a dick. Like,
It might also be because it's the beginning of the season, because usually in the beginning of the season we usually don't like the 90-minute episodes, but as it goes on they usually get better and better, so it might just be something like that. Like right now they're like introducing characters to us and we want to watch gameplay, like we want to watch strategy, we want to watch that, and like you're introducing characters to us and we don't care.
Yeah, that could be it. I don't know. I just, as soon as I saw like John go home instead, I was just like, oh yeah, that's why I hate this fucking format.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why he's going home other than he was thinking about
He was
doing
being
something.
a squirrely little runt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know,
All
they
right,
didn't show
so
anybody talk about it, so I was just like, okay, like whatever.
I think that you were supposed to pretty much infer what I did, which is he's a little swirly runt.
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to keep him in the game. They would have rather dealt with the guy that was word vomiting than squirrely.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it. It's the end of our show.
Don't say it like that. It sounds like we're not
I
coming
know,
back.
right? I know, right?
I know.
Join
Like
us next week. We'll be here
Sopranos.
next week. So yes, that's the end for this week. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget, follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook at Hot Garbage Pod. We again have the Twitter that we haven't done anything with yet. It's going to be fine. We're Hot Garbage Cast on that one. We're still trying to get pod from those other people.
Assholes.
It's probably not going to happen.
Active.
It's probably not going to happen. Thanks, Elon.
Yep.
So basically, we're not going to get that. So follow us on Twitter at Hot Garbage Cast.
Yeah.
The way you shook your head while you said it.
Because it sounds dumb. Like I
It
know
does.
it sounds dumb, but like what else are we
do
gonna
we
do?
have? What else do we have? We were never going to get that. We were never going to get that because it's been inactive since 2016.
Yeah,
And
our options were
do-
either like hot garbage cast or it's going to be like hot garbage 3, 5, 8, 9, 6 or whatever.
A bunch of fucking numbers,
Yeah.
and that's worse.
Basura Caliente Pod.
Because that's not
That one's
confusing at all.
taken All right. Don't forget to follow us. You can also check us out on YouTube at Hot Garbage Pod for that one. We put them all up there. You can see Stephanie's cute dog.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and my Pitbull shirt.
And the Pitbull shirt.
Yep.
And the Pitbull shirt. She has Pitbull, Enrique Iglesias, and Ricky Martin for good vibes on her shirt.
The trifecta, guys.
And thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And as always, stay trashy.